Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all are doing great. I am Neha Rajvanshi and I welcome you all in today's class, that is English class of class 10th. So students, in the previous video we have started with our new topic of grammar syllabus, that is question tags. Yes, it's a very easy topic and in our examination we will have one sentence. After reading the sentence we have to add appropriate question tag to that sentence, and in the previous video we have discussed all the basic things related to question tags, that how can we form a question tag. We have discussed about the auxiliary verbs also, and we have discussed this thing also, that if we are having one positive sentence and we have to make the negative tag, then how can we write auxiliary verb plus not in a short form. So yes, we have seen the entire table of auxiliary verb in which we were having the contractive form, so we can say the short forms of auxiliary verb. After that we have discussed about the pronoun, because in a question tag we need auxiliary verb and pronoun. So we have discussed about the pronoun also, and we have seen certain rules, that how can we use appropriate pronoun, or we can say how can we change the other words into pronoun, right? So I hope this much is clear to you all, and in today's video we will see some more rules, we will see some more important points related with this topic, that is question tags. So now let's begin our today's video. We will complete this topic in this video. So now let's begin. So students, now we are having some of the important points that we have to take care when we are doing this topic, when we are adding question tag in a sentence. So these are the basic rules that we have to follow. These are all the important things are here that we have to take care of. Okay, so now let's start with the first point. Let's see, the tense of the statement and the question tag must match. So yes, this is the first point and it's a very important point. In the previous video also we have seen so many examples, and every time I quoted this thing, that just to focus here, that the tense we have to take the same tense, we have to use the same auxiliary that is given in the sentence. So same thing we are having here. So according to this rule, the tense of the statement, or we can say the sentence, and the tense of the question tag, it must match. So it means that the sentence that is given to us, we have to read that sentence very carefully. We have to observe that what tense is there in the sentence, and in the question tag also we have to use the same tense. And yes, if we are having any modal auxiliary in sentence, then also we have to use the same modal auxiliary in our question tag, right? So जो tense है वो बिल्कुल same रहेगा. जो part 1 है, that is the sentence, and the part 2, that is the question tag, that will be same, right? So we are having some of the examples. So let's see. First one is Vanya is learning English. So here we all can see that in this sentence we are having present continuous tense, because we are having is RM and first form plus ing. So it's a present continuous tense here. Now we are having Vanya is learning English. So it's a positive sentence. So question tag, it will be negative. So we have to write is plus not in a short form, that will be isn't. And for Vanya we are using she as a pronoun, because Vanya is a feminine noun. So for that we are using she as a pronoun. So this is the question tag that we are having here, isn't she, right? Next example, Ajay was playing cricket. So now it is very much clear here that in this sentence we are having past continuous tense, because we are having was as a helping verb and first form plus ing. So this sentence belongs to past continuous tense. So in the question tag we have to use the same tense. So we are writing was plus not, that is wasn't in a short form, and for Ajay we are using he as a pronoun. So our question tag is here wasn't he. One more example is here, kids like chocolate. So in this sentence we are having no helping verb. So now we have to be very careful regarding the subject and regarding the main verb. So we are having kids, that is a plural subject, and with plural subject we are having like, that is a main verb, and we are having first form of the main verb. Okay, so it means that we are having present simple tense here, and do is hidden here in this sentence, and this is is the reason we are using do plus not in a short form, that will be don't. And for kids, that's a plural noun, or we can say plural subject, we are using they as a pronoun. So here our question tag will be don't they. Okay. Alright, so now according to our first rule, we have to be very careful regarding the tense. We have to read the sentence, we have to observe that what tense is there. Generally, we will have the helping verb, but if we are having present simple tense, or we can say past simple tense, then helping verbs like do, does or did, they will be hidden. So we have to be very careful, we have to recognize that what helping verb is hidden there. If we are having second form of the main verb, then there is a did hidden. Why? Because then that tense will be of past simple tense. If we are having plural subject, and with plural subject we are having first form of the main verb, it means we are having do there. If we are having singular subject and with the main verb we are having s plus es, so it means we are having does there. Does is hidden there. So in this manner we have to be very careful, and we have to use the same tense in our question tag. Alright. Moving on, now we are having our second point. So let's see. If the statement is positive, the question tag must be negative, and the opposite in case. So yes, this is also the rule that we have discussed so many times in the previous video also. And according to this rule, if the statement that is given to us, that statement is positive, then the question tag that we are framing, that we are making, or we can say that we are adding to that statement, that will be negative. And the opposite in case, it means that if the statement is negative, then the question tag, it will be positive. So just learn this thing, that the statement and the question tag, they cannot be in the same structure. If the sentence is positive, use negative question tag, and if the given statement is already in a negative structure, then use the positive question tag. Okay, so let's see examples related to this point we are having here. Vivan is working hard. So in this example, we can see that Vivan is working hard. It's a positive sentence. In this sentence, we are not having any negative word. So it means it's a positive sentence, and because of this reason that it's a positive sentence, the question tag that we are adding here, that will be negative. So this is the reason we are writing isn't he. But in this second example, we are having Vivan is not working hard. So in this example, we are having not. Because of this word, we can say that we are having one negative sentence here, and because we are having negative sentence, so now our tag, it will be positive. So this is the reason here our tag is he. So what is the change? Pronoun will be same. We are having Vivan at a masculine noun. So for that we are using he. Helping verb, or we can say auxiliary verb, we are using he. But in this example, that is the first one, we are having is plus not, and in the second example we are having only is. Why? I hope now the difference is clear to you all. According to rule, we are having this thing that if the sentence is positive, we have to make negative question tag, like we are having here isn't he. But if the sentence is already in a negative form, then the question tag, it will be positive, like we are having here is he. Okay, so it's a very easy rule. You have to apply this rule every time. You have to read the sentence very carefully. You have to observe this thing, that whether the given sentence is a positive one or negative one, and according to that only you have to decide that what kind of question tag you have to add, positive question tag or negative question tag. Okay. Now we are having third point, third important rule is here. Let's read. If in a sentence there is any negative word, like we are having some of the words here. So let's read. We are having neither, never, no, no one, nobody, few, little, hardly, rarely, scarcely, seldom, etc. So if we are having these words, then the sentence is also considered to be negative one. Why? Because all these words are negative words. So ऐसा नहीं है कि sentence में अगर not है, then only we will decide that that is a negative sentence. No, we are having certain words like we are having here. So all these words are also considered to be negative. So if in this sentence we are having any of these words, then also the given sentence, the given statement, that will be considered as a negative one, and then the question tag will be affirmative, then the question tag, it will be positive. Okay, so it's a very important rule. You have to be very careful. You have to be very careful regarding these things, that if we are having any of these words, then also the given statement, it will be negative. So it's not like that only not, this word will make the sentence negative. There are some other words also, because all these words are related with negative meaning. So if we are having these words, then also the sentence will be negative, and then according to the rule, our question tag, it will be positive. So now we are having some examples here to clear this thing. So let's see. The first example we are having, we have no friends. So yes, we are having no here in this sentence. So because of this word, now this sentence is a negative one, and yes, according to the rule, now we have to make one positive question tag here. So we are writing have we. Second example, they have nothing. So yes, nothing, it's a negative word, and we are having one negative word in the sentence. It means this sentence is now in the category of negative sentence, and now according to the rule, we have to make positive question tag here. So we are having they have nothing. So now our tag will be have they. Next example, I know little about you. Again, little, it's a negative word if we are having little. If we are having few, then these are also negative words, and then yes, again, question tag, it will be positive. So here we are writing, I know little about you, do I. Next is nobody is perfect. So if we are having nobody, no one, then also our sentence is a negative one, and we have to make positive question tag. So here we are writing are they. Next, it is rarely found. So we are having rarely. Rarely, again, it's a negative word. So now this is a negative sentence. We are having it is rarely found. So you can say that in this sentence we are having no negative word, but no, we are having rarely here, and rarely it is there in this category that we have seen. It is in this list that we have seen. So now we can say that because of this word, this sentence is a negative sentence, and now the question tag, it will be positive one. So here we are writing is it. Okay, so it's an important rule. You have to learn all the words that we have seen here, that are here in this point, and if we are having any of these words, then also the sentence, it will be considered to be negative one, and then according to the rule, the question tag, it will be positive. And yes, we have seen so many examples also. We have discussed all these words in these examples. So I hope this is clear. Next, moving on, we are having new rules. So now let's see. So now we are having two words, a few and a little. So in the previous rule that we have discussed, we were having few and a little, and now we are having a few and a little. So now what is the difference? Let's see. So the rule is a few and a little, they are positive words. Students, don't get confused. If we are having little and few, so yes, they are negative words, but if we are having a before few and little, if we are having a few and a little, then now these words are considered as positive words. So now because of this, the sentence is also considered as a positive one. So question tag will be negative. Okay. So agar only few, only little hai, then yes, they are negative word. So then you have to make a positive question tag. But if we are having a few, if we are having a little, then just learn this thing that these two words are known as positive words. अगर इनके आगे a लग जाता है, so now they are positive words, and if they are there in the sentence, so sentence will be positive, and then you have to make negative question tag. So let's see the example to clear this thing. First example we are having here, my uncle has a little money. So here we are having a little. So because of that, we can say that we are having positive sentence. So we have to make negative question tag. So here our question tag is hasn't he. Second example, Raj has read a few books. Again we are having a few. So again this is a positive sentence. So according to the rule, we have to make negative question tag, that is hasn't he. Alright, and now just suppose here we are having my uncle has little money. Just suppose there is no a before little and the sentence is my uncle has little money. Then what will be the tag? Then because of this thing that we are having little, the sentence will be negative one. So at that time the tag will be positive one, then our tag will be has he. But because of this word, because of this the entire meaning, or we can say the question tag also changes because of this because this added positive meaning to this little and to this few. Alright, so little and few, yes, they are negative word, but if we are having a few, if we are having a little, then they are considered as a positive word. So now this sentence is regarded as a positive sentence. So our question tag will be now -1. Okay. Next rule that we are having here, if there is a affirmative imperative sentence, we can make question tag in affirmative will you or negative want you as well. So now we are talking about the imperative sentence. Yes, in our examination we can have imperative sentence also in the question tag statement. So I hope this term imperative sentence, this is very much clear to you all, because in some of the topics like when we were doing active voice, passive voice, when we were doing direct indirect speech, then we have discussed this term imperative sentence in a very detailed manner. So imperative sentence are the sentence that it starts with the first form of the main verb, and in the sentence we are having any kind of order, any kind of request, any kind of command. So such sentences are known as imperative sentence. So now this rule says that if we are having affirmative imperative sentence, so where we have to add question tag. So we are having two options here. If the imperative sentence is affirmative, be careful here, we are talking about affirmative imperative sentence, or we can say positive imperative sentence. So then we are having two options. We can make affirmative positive question tag like will you, and we can make negative question tag also, that is want you. So both the options, they are absolutely okay if we are having positive imperative sentence. Clear? Let's see the examples right here. Open the door. This thing is clear that open the door, it's an imperative sentence. Why? Because we are having first form in the beginning of the sentence, we are having open the door. So it's a positive imperative sentence. So according to the rule, now we are having two options. We can write will you and we can write want you as well. So we can say open the door will you, and we can also say open the door want you. Okay, so both the options are absolutely right if we are having positive imperative sentence, or we can say affirmative imperative sentence. Okay, we are having some more examples with us. So let's see. please help me, will you. So again we are having imperative sentence, and this is also positive imperative sentence, that is please help me. So yes, we are having two options here. We can write will you also, and we can write want you also. So the sentence can be please help me, will you, and it can be please help me, want you as well. And yes, both the options, they are absolutely right. One more example, go away at once. This is also imperative sentence. We are having go, that is first form of the main verb in the beginning. So this is imperative sentence. So now again we can write will you also, and we can write want you also. So we can make the sentence in this manner, go away at once, will you, and we can make the sentence go away at once, want you. Okay, and the important thing जो आपको यहाँ पे ध्यान रखनी है, that is that in the imperative sentence you have to use will as the auxiliary verb, and you have to use you as a pronoun. So this is the important thing, that pronoun, it will be you, because in the sentence you won't have any pronoun. You can observe all these sentence, there is no noun, there is no pronoun in the sentence. So in the question tag, as a pronoun we have to use you, and as the helping verb, or we can say as the auxiliary verb, we have to use will, because in the sentence obviously we won't have any auxiliary verb also. So in the imperative sentence our pronoun will be you, our auxiliary verb will be will. But the thing that we are discussing here, that if we are having positive imperative sentence, then we are having the option, we can use the positive tag also, that will be will you, and we can make negative tag also, that will be want you, but pronoun will be you only, and auxiliary verb or helping verb will be will only. Okay, now next rule, the question tag of a negative imperative sentence will always be affirmative, that is will you. So now this rule says that in the previous rule we have discussed that if we are having positive imperative sentence, then we are having the two options, we can make positive tag also, we can make negative tag also. But now according to this rule, if we are having negative imperative sentence, if our imperative sentence is in negative form, then the tag, then the question tag, it will be only and only positive. Now we are having no options, now no choices there. Now the question tag will be only and only positive, that is will you. Okay, so let's see some of the examples. We are having don't switch off the light. So we are having don't, because of this we can say that this is a negative imperative sentence. So now the question tag, it will be positive, so that is will you. And one more thing that you have to be careful here students, that yes, we are having don't, so don't get confused here that do is the helping verb and we can make the tag like do you. No, it's the imperative sentence. Okay, so just read the sentence very carefully. ये tense का example नहीं है. This is not the present simple tense that you can say that we are having do here. This is not the present simple tense. This is the imperative sentence. This is don't switch off the light. So it's the imperative sentence. Because of that we have to use you as a pronoun, and we have to use will as the auxiliary verb. And because of this thing that this is negative imperative sentence, our question tag will be positive one, that is will you. Next example, don't be late for the class. Again we are having negative imperative sentence. So according to the rule, our question tag will be positive one, and in imperative sentence we always use you as a pronoun and will as a helping verb. So positive question tag will be will you. Next is don't make a noise. Again this is negative imperative sentence. So our question tag is will you. Okay, so students, you have to be very careful. If we are having positive imperative sentence, then you are having the option, you can make positive tag also, you can make negative tag also. But if we are having negative imperative sentence, or we can say if we are having don't in the beginning of the imperative sentence, then the question tag will be only and only positive one, that is will you. And just learn this thing that the positive question tag in imperative sentence is will you, and the negative tag in imperative sentence is want you. It means आपको pronoun हमेशा you use करना है and auxiliary verb हमेशा will use करना है in the imperative sentence. Okay. Some example we are having here, don't drive fast, will you? So this is also negative imperative sentence. We are having don't, so we have to make positive question tag, that is will you. Another example, don't insult him. Again this is negative imperative sentence, so we have to make a positive question tag, that is will you. Now let's take one more example. Suppose okay, I am writing here, don't go there, and we have one more sentence, that is go there. So I hope this is clear to you all that these two sentences are imperative sentence. Go there, it's a positive imperative sentence, and don't go there, it's a negative imperative sentence. So now according to the rules that we have discussed, if we are having negative imperative sentence, then the question tag will be positive only. It means here question tag will be will you. Alright, but if we are having positive imperative sentence, then we are having the options. Here the question tag will be will you. This is also right, and if you are writing want you, then it is also a right option. Okay, so in this sentence we are having two options, but in this sentence there is no choice. Here the question tag will be positive only. Okay. Now moving on, we are having next rule. So let's see. If in the imperative sentence there is a let, so if in the sentence we are having let's, then what is the rule? So now because of this word let's, we are having any kind of proposal, we are having any kind of suggestion in the sentence. So now the question tag, it will be shall we. So what is the difference? The difference is that now what is the pronoun that we are using? Now we have to use the we in the place of you, and because of we have to use a shall in the place of will. So this is the another important rule that you have to learn actually, that if we are having let's in the beginning of the sentence, or we can say if we are having let's in the imperative sentence, then the question tag, it will be shall we. Now the pronoun is we, and now the auxiliary verb that we have to use is a shall. So let's see some of the example to clear this thing. First example we are having here, let's go for the picnic. So this is the imperative sentence that is written here, and we are having let's in the beginning of the sentence. So because of this word, because of this let's, we are having a kind of proposal, we are having a kind of suggestion in the sentence. So according to the rule, what will be the question tag? The question tag will be shall we. Okay, so now the sentence is let's go for the picnic, shall we. So just learn this thing that if we are having let's, so then question tag, it will be shall we. Another example, let's perform together. So वापस से हम देख सकते हैं कि sentence में we are having suggestions, we are having proposal. So now the tag, the question tag that we are adding here, it will be shall we. Some more examples are here. So let's see. Let's read the story book. So this is also imperative sentence, and in this sentence we are having let's, and because of this word, our question tag will be shall we, and the complete sentence will be let's read the story book, shall we. Next is let's join the football class. So in this example also we can see that we are having let's. So because of this reason, here again our question tag will be shall we. Okay, so अगर shall we हमें use करना है, कब करना है, that you have to learn. ये तभी use करना है if we are having let's in the beginning of the sentence. If we are having let's in any imperative sentence, then the question tag, it will be shall we. Okay, next rule. if the imperative sentence starts with let me, him, her or them, then the question tag will be will you. So this is the another point, and according to this point, if the imperative sentence starts with let me, let him, let her, let them, right, like this way, then the question tag will be will you. So students, here you have to be very careful. This let is different from let's, okay. Let's, that's a different word, and let, it's a different word. So if we are having let's, then the question tag will be shall we. But if we are having let, and with let we can have me, him, her, them or any noun also, then the question tag, it will be will you. Alright, let's see some of the example. We are having let me do this work. So in this sentence we are having let me, it's not let's, it's let me. So because of this reason, here the question tag will be will you. Next is let her choose the subject. Again we are having let, so because of this reason the question tag will be will you. Next example, let him do this alone. In this sentence also we are having let him. So now again the question tag, it will be will you. And the next example is let them drive your car. So in this sentence also we are having let them. So now the question tag, it will be will you. So you have to be very careful regarding these two words, let's and let. So if we are having let's, so then the question tag, it will be shall we. Why? Because let's is actually letters, okay, it's letters, so उसको हम let's लिखते हैं. So if we are having let's, then the question tag will be shall we. But if we are having let and after let we can have me, him, her, them, like such words, then the question tag, it will be will you. So read the sentence very carefully, observe the words very carefully, then only decide the perfect question tag for the given statement. Now we are having another rule. So let's see. Negative of am will be aren't I. So this is also very important rule. According to this rule, whenever we are having am and we have to make the negative tag, we have to make the negative form of this auxiliary, that is am. So that negative word will be aren't I. It means that am plus not. If we have to write am in a negative question tag, then am plus not, it will be aren't. Okay, always and always it will be aren't. We cannot write amn't, but it always be aren't I. So let's see some of the examples. We are having I am your best friend. So in this sentence we are having am, and it's a positive sentence, I am your best friend. So obviously the question tag, it will be negative. So we have to write am in a negative form. We have to write am plus not. So according to this rule, am plus not, it will be aren't. So this is the reason here we are writing aren't I. Okay, so this is one of the exceptions that we are having here, that whenever we are having am and we have to make negative question tag using am, so that question tag will be aren't. Am plus not, it will be aren't. Okay, another example, I am very honest. So in this example also we are having am, and this is a positive sentence, so question tag, it will be negative. So here we are writing aren't I, am plus not, it will be aren't. Next example, I am cooking food. So in this sentence we are having I am cooking food, that's the present to continuous tense. We are having am and it's a positive sentence, so question tag, it will be negative. So we are writing am plus not in a short form, that will be aren't I. Okay. Next is I am interested in music. Again we are having am, and yes, it's a positive sentence. So here also I am interested in music, the sentence will be -1. So that will be aren't I. So one more thing that is very much important here, that I want to make it very much clear. So let's see, don't get confused. We are talking about the negative question tag, that will be aren't I. So let's take one example to clear. Suppose I am having I am very busy, and another sentence we are having here, I am not busy. So what is the difference? The difference is this is a positive sentence, I am very busy, and I am not busy, it's a negative sentence. Okay, so now let's try to add question tag in both the sentence. In this sentence, that is a positive one, we are having am. So obviously because this is a positive sentence, the question tag that will be negative. So we have to write am plus not, and yes, we have discussed this thing that am plus not always it will be aren't. So here I am writing aren't I. That is the perfect question tag for this sentence. Now let's discuss the second sentence that we are having here. I am not busy. So this is a negative sentence. We are having am and we are having not also. It's a negative sentence. So our question tag will be positive. So when we are making a positive question tag, then we have to use am only. Now we don't need to replace am with are. Okay, so this is very important thing, you have to be very careful. This rule applies only and only when we are making negative question tag of am. So am plus not, it will be aren't. But if we are making a positive question tag, then it will be am only. Now we don't need to replace am with are. We won't replace am with are. We will replace only and only when we are making the negative question tag, when we are writing the short form of am plus not. Okay, so this is the reason the question tag of this sentence, that is I am very busy, it will be aren't I, and the question tag of this sentence, that is I am not busy, here the question tag will be am I. Okay, clear? So this is the rule that if we have to make a positive question tag, then it will be am only, but if we have to make the negative question tag, we have to write am plus not, then it will be aren't. Okay, so students, we have covered all the important points, we have seen all the important rules that we have to follow while adding question tag in a statement. So I hope this topic is very much clear to you all. We have seen so many examples also, we have discussed all the rules with examples in a very detailed manner. So it's a really very easy topic, you just need to write 2 words, one pronoun and one auxiliary verb, right? So it's a very easy topic. I hope everything, all the rules, all the examples, everything is clear to you all. And in the next video, we will do the practice exercise. We will see some of the sentence, some of the statements in which we have to add a question tag. Okay, that we will do in the next video. So just be with me and see you in the next video. Thank you.